The wallet. The city of Chicago never slept. Cars honked, streetlights blinked, and dreams either rose or burned beneath the skyline. Among those dreams was Alyssa Carter, a 20-year-old girl working 2 jobs just to keep her small apartment alive. Her mother was sick, her brother still in high school, and her father had left years ago. Every dollar she made mattered. That night, after a long shift at Benny's Diner, Alyssa dragged her tired feet through the cold wind. Her shoes had holes, her coat was thin, but her heart was still strong. She tucked her small brown leather wallet into her jacket pocket, her week's wages, a few coins, and her ID card. As she stepped onto the subway platform, a strong gust of wind whooshed past her. People pushed, rushed, and brushed shoulders. She didn't notice until the train doors closed. Her wallet was gone. Alyssa's heart sank. Her hands shook as she searched every pocket, every inch of her back. Nothing. Her breath quickened. "No, no, 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 no," she whispered, eyes filling with tears. "Please, not this week." That wallet wasn't just money. It was her rent, her food, her mother's medicine. She got off at the next station and retraced her steps, searching the ground, the benches, even the trash bins. Hours passed. The streets grew empty. The Billionaire. Across town, in a penthouse overlooking the city, Ethan Ward poured himself a glass of scotch. He was one of Chicago's youngest billionaires, 34 years old, founder of a global tech company and owner of more than he could ever spend. But behind the glass walls and glittering skyline, Ethan felt nothing. He had money, fame, and everything except meaning. The headlines called him a self-made genius, but he knew better. He'd built his empire chasing something he couldn't even name. Maybe respect, maybe revenge, maybe peace. None of it came. When he left his penthouse the next morning, he noticed something unusual near his car. A small brown leather wallet, half buried in slush by the curb. He picked it up, wiping the snow off. Inside were a few crumpled bills, an ID card, and a small photo of a woman with her family. The name on the card read Alyssa Carter. Something about the photo caught him. The way she smiled, holding her little brother, her mother in a hospital gown beside her. It was pure, honest, real. He looked up at the towering glass buildings around him and sighed. She probably needs this more than I ever will. Instead of tossing it in the lost and found, he slipped it into his jacket. He called his driver and said, "Cancel the meetings. I'm going to return something personally today." The encounter. It took him 2 hours and 3 phone calls to track down Alyssa's address. When he reached the small neighborhood, he was shocked. The buildings were crumbling, the sidewalks cracked, and children played near broken fences. Alyssa opened the door in a faded hoodie, her eyes swollen from crying. "Yes?" she asked softly. Ethan held up the wallet. "I believe this belongs to you." Her eyes widened. "Oh my God, I thought it was gone forever." She took it with trembling hands, clutching it to her chest. "Thank you. You don't understand how much this means to me." Ethan smiled. "Most people would have given up looking." She nodded shyly. "I didn't have the choice to give up." Something about her words hit him deep. He'd spent years surrounded by people who did have the choice, people who could quit and still live fine. But here she was, surviving every single day without anyone knowing her fight. Ethan offered to buy her lunch nearby. She hesitated, but eventually agreed. At the diner, she opened up. about her sick mother, her dreams of becoming a nurse, and how she'd been saving every dollar to enroll in community college. He listened quietly, without interrupting once. When the check came, he handed his black card to the waiter. Alyssa looked embarrassed. "You don't have to," he said, smiling softly. "I know, but I want to." Later that evening, he couldn't stop thinking about her. Her story, her strength, her gratitude, it all lingered. He'd met CEOs, investors, celebrities. None had ever spoken with such honesty. The next day, he visited the diner again. Alyssa was cleaning tables when she saw him. "You came back?" she said, surprised. "Yeah," he said, smiling. "I have a proposal for you." She froze. "A proposal?" He explained. "I run a foundation that helps young people get education and training. I want you to be part of it. I'll cover your tuition, your mother's medical bills, and give you a part-time position in my company while you study." Alyssa was speechless. Her lips trembled. Why me?" Ethan looked at her with quiet sincerity. "Because when I found your wallet, I found something I'd lost too, purpose." Tears rolled down her cheeks as she whispered, "Thank you. I don't even know what to say." "Just say you'll keep going," he said gently. The new beginning. Months later, Alyssa was walking through the glass doors of Ward Tech, wearing her first official ID badge. She'd become a scholarship intern. Her mother was recovering, and her brother had joined a better school. Ethan watched from his office window as she greeted everyone with that same genuine smile from the photo. He realized that sometimes a small act, like picking up a wallet, could change two lives at once. One found hope, the other found meaning. Alyssa worked hard, graduated with honors, and years later returned to Ward Foundation not as a student, but as a mentor, helping other struggling youth. And every year, on the same snowy morning he'd found that wallet, Ethan visited her family with flowers and laughter. They weren't just a billionaire and a poor girl anymore. They were proof that kindness still existed, even in a world that often forgot it. The moral is, sometimes the smallest loss can lead to the greatest discovery, not of money, but of humanity.